Hello everyone, I'm back with another video about the challenges I issued to myself a couple of videos ago. It was about using all of my remaining paper from this paper stack, not paper stack, paper collection from Fancy Pants Happy Together. I pretty much succeeded because this is all I have left from this paper collection and a couple of rub-ons, which I might use, but I'm not sure about the papers yet. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with everything I was able to create with this paper collection, and the fact that I used most of it. So I mentioned in my video where I was sharing my album, this one, that I might try to make some cards with the scraps. So I did. I made 5 cards, so I'm gonna share them with you, and I'm gonna push that here on the side. The first 3 cards I made, I used this stem set from MFT. For layering, this die comes with the stem set, and this was a die that I purchased to layer. So you'll see on this card, for example, that I layered the two shapes. But anyways, so this one, to stamp the outside here, what I did is I stamped with tumbled glass, but then I went in with my pumice stone and I just hit a couple of spots. So some dots are kind of a grayish brown color, and all the rest are blue, and I really like the effect that it gave. So that's it for that. And this was one of the last pretty big pieces that I had left, and I rounded the corners. And this was part of a journaling card. It was on a rectangle shaped journaling card. So I really love this shape here, so I just fussy cut it and used it to put my smaller die cut on. And I put this one on dimensional and this one as well. So I put both on dimensionals. So it looks like this. And this is a lace that I had on my desk. It's from Lavish Laces, and it's a pale blue, kind of baby blue color, and it was going so well with this card, with this paper, that I decided to use it. And I really like how it turned out. For a card made out of scraps, it's pretty cute. And also I have this one. This paper I fell in love with. It was my favorite from the old collection, and all I had left was those 2 strips, and I really insisted that I wanted to use them. So I just backed them with black cardstock, and I started from there. So I made kind of a corner here, and I had this vintage lace that's from Lavish Laces. Again, all my laces from Lavish Laces are laying around on my desk. Some are in this little thing here, others are there, so I keep them on my desk because I want to make sure that I use them and I see them. So I took this one, and I think it was looking so good with this paper with muted colors, and I don't know, I'm like in love with this lace, and I love the rich creamy color. Anyway, enough with that. I used these Prima flowers, which I showed in my previous videos about those challenges. So I still had them on my desk, so I used a couple of them. And this was an old MFT, not MFT, what am I saying? My Mind's Eye bling that I had. So I decided to use it because I purchased it, I think, 2 years ago, and I never used it, so it's another thing that I got out of my boxes. And the stamp here, the way I did that is I stamped it first in the chestnut brown, and then I took a second shot and I inked up my stamp with tumbled glass, and I stamped it, but slightly crooked, so you could see a little bit of the blue showing through the little dots. And then I stamped it again with the tumbled glass, but the tumbled glass, I didn't put it all around my stamp. I just in certain area, and I stamped it on top of it, but slightly crooked again, and it gives it this kind of I don't know, really vintagey but super muted effect, and this part here, the brown didn't stamp well, so it makes it look like a little bit distressed, and I will put a picture because I think the effect it gave it. And this part here is almost black because I have the brown plus the tumble glass mixed together. It makes it more dark, and here as well I really like it, the effect that it gave. I don't know, I was just playing and it really turned out super great. I don't know if I could kind of show it in the light. Not really, but you can kind of see the blue in there and the different tones. But anyway, I'll try to put a good picture at the end. So that's it for this card. And then the last one I did with the stamp set is this one. This year was journaling cards, so I just rounded the corners. And for the back, I used just a regular black cardstock, but it was a little bit too stark black, so I used gesso, watered down a bit, and I used a foam brush, and I just pounced my brush around, and I went around this as well to make it look like a fuzzy background. And I did the same thing around here, so it looks like super milky, like cloudy, very dreamy. So it's super cute. And this was a sticker from this collection, and this is a strip I really like a lot. And I just punched my edge here and used my black soot to give it some definition. And here I took another strip of this black paper, punched a border, and I just glued it on top, on which I could put this strip and this here, which I shared in my album. So that's it for this card. And then I have this one. I really like this pattern paper as well, but all I had left was strips of it, so I really wanted to use it to make a background for my card. So I put one strip there, one smaller, and one smaller there. When you look at it from up close, you can see the seams here, but I don't care because I think it's super cute. And inside I have kind of a window where I could put this design paper, which I love as well. And I stamped my sentiment here, and I took this dress form, which again I never used since I purchased, and I think it's a shame. So I'm trying to make up for it and using more of my older stuff. So it's from this Lost and Found My Mind's Eye, and this was the Princess Stamps. I don't think it's still available because all of the stuff I'm sharing are so old stuff. But this is from the MFT stamp set, Sentiment. And here I have just a plain cream cardstock, which I stamped with this crib stamp from the Posh Stamps collection from Teresa Collins, another very old item. So this I had actually in my scraps box, so I used it there. I had already stamped it for another project, so I kept my scraps, so I used that there. And this was a roll of a tiny roll of ribbon that I had on my desk, so I just took it and put it there. And I think it's nice that you can see through it because I have a paper that's the same color as this, so you can kind of see the tone behind it. So this card I really like. Actually, it's super simple, but I don't know, I like the colors, I like the feel of it. And then for the last one, this was the base of this card was in my scrap box. It was a prototype I made for an old album I made, and I needed something to be able to put many pictures on the same booklet. So I made this prototype, but it was not exactly the right size, but I kept it anyway. So here I was able to use it, and I think it would be great for a group card where many people, want to sign in. So this was a little sticker from the collection, and it was Sweet Thing written on it. So I added these letters to spell out this sentiment, and these are some strips of papers that I had left that I layered on top of on the front of my card. Yeah, same lace from Lavish Aces, the blue one, and this is the die from the MFT stem set I showed earlier, and under it, the brown one is Fables 17 die. So, and this was also in my box of scraps, and was able to use it there. So this is my last card I made with my scraps. That's it. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope it inspires you to use your older collections, because it was a lot of fun. Bye bye.